this thing on? Hello? Hey everybody, how's it going? Travel Man Dan here, and welcome to Shanghai. That's right, I'm out here in Shanghai at the Bund. Oh, look at this place, it's awesome, it's filled. It's like the New York Times Square of China. Shanghai is one of the biggest cities in China. Well, it's one of the most populated cities in the world. And today, we're going around and I'm going to show you everything. So come on, let's go check it out. Walk into the Bund area. We're in this area of Shanghai that's, you look around at the buildings and stuff, it's all done in Art Deco. It's one of the oldest areas in Shanghai that was made for foreigners to come here and to start with the trade and the business and stuff. As you can see, you have the Shanghai Tower, and we're going to go over there right now, and you'll see on the other side of the river, the section of Shanghai called Pudong. Let's go check it out. Hey guys, I'm standing outside the Fairmont Hotel, which was formerly known as the Peace Hotel. This great hotel on the Bund here in Shanghai was originally started by the hotel mogul Victor Sassoon. They got a museum inside that has all the old Shanghai. Let's go take a look. One of the great and amazing things here in Shanghai that you're going to see all over, especially in this area close to the Bund, is the architecture was that Art Deco style. If you look at the door frames and all this extra little design that was put into it, all the detail is a very specific style that was brought here by the foreigners in the early 1900s here in Shanghai. We're going to go inside and check out the museum. Let's have a look. I mean, look how beautiful this place is. You look at the ceiling and the wall, and it was all this awesome older style from the 30s. There's lots of this stuff here in Shanghai, and this hotel was owned and created by a mogul named Victor Sassoon. It was originally the Peace Hotel, but now it's the Fairmont Hotel. Let's go take a look. I mean, you can't help but marvel at the detail put into the walls and the ceiling and along the door frames. I'm not an architect, but if I was, this style would be my favorite. It's pretty cool. It kind of takes you back in time when you feel like you're walking into a hotel in about 1920, and maybe I should have a cigar and a whiskey drink or a Negroni. I would have a Negroni, that's what I like. Things about Shanghai that you're going to see, and well, you're going to see it all over China. If you look down here at the sidewalk, right, and you're going to see these smooth tiles, these smooth ones, see that there's nothing obstructing, and then you're going to see these rigid ones. What these are for blind people to go, so that they can feel with their feet and they're able to know where to go before they cross the road. Really kind of a neat little thing, and yeah, let's keep walking. sightseeing tour bus. It's really quite simple. You basically pay the money, you can get on, it drives all around the city, you can get off at any time, get on another one at any place that they stop at, and just kind of see the city that way. It's a really cool time to see, especially during the summer when the weather is well. Here's a little cold, so I'm not sure if you want to sit up top in the open air, but normally they do have both levels open in the winter time. It's around $20. Check it out. Out here on the top of the Roosevelt Hotel, which is normally open to the public, but as you can see, we have workers around here and they're renovating it. We were able to convince the Baoan security guard to let us come up here and take a couple of shots. As you can see, the Bund is a beautiful place. Over there on that side is all of Pudong. Over here is considered Puxi in the sub-prefectures of this side. But really cool buildings. All that stuff is kind of newer. And if you look over here to my left, you'll see all these old buildings, all these old Art Deco buildings. And you see that big clock? That was given to the Chinese by the English. And it was pretty much an exact clock that's on Big Ben. Really cool. All the banking sector is down here of all the international banks. Well, it's just a beautiful view. Lining up one after another for their wedding photos. It's such an iconic thing, especially if you're Shanghainese. The Bund, the whole the Pudong on one side, the river, and well, I'm sure their wedding photos look wonderful. Let's take a look over here. As we walk down the Bund, we can see all these old buildings. And these buildings were brought here in China about 100 years ago. And these were all the foreign investment banks. And when foreigners were coming over here and setting up shop and making business between the West and the East, it was pushed back. And this is why this area is called the Bund. And as you can see, all these buildings are still in their original structure and they'll never be tampered with. They're really cool. This one over here, it's got the big clock on it. Like I said before, that was given to the Chinese by the British. You can see over here, we have the Bank of China, the IBC, the ABC. All these are definitely considered the financial district of Shanghai. And it's just fun to come out here, interact with the people here on the Bund, and just look at the beauty along the river. Alright, as we look over at the Pudong side of the Shanghai downtown, we can look at a couple of buildings. This big building right here, it's called the Shanghai Tower. It's massive. If we look at the one next to it, that looks, we call it the bottle opener, and I'm not really sure what that actual tower is called. You got the HSBC building. Over here we got the Pearl Tower, this little space needle. That's pretty cool. You can go all the way up into that little tower. There's restaurants up there, and which is kind of neat. We have the Shangri-La Hotel there. Lots of really cool buildings, and we're going to go on the other side in a little while after it darkens and gets a little after sundown. We're going to take a ferry over there and show you the other side looking onto this side. So let's keep on walking, let's keep on enjoying Shanghai and seeing all the cool things around. One of the cool things about the Bund here is the boardwalk. It's about a mile long, and you're going to see thousands of people from all over the world, and especially from all over within China. It's a really cool place to come out here and just take in the sights, meet people. There's lots of really good restaurants, especially all back in that little area. And as I walk along the boardwalk, just taking it all in, looking at all the old architecture and the river here, the boats. It's a lot of fun here. Come on down to the Bund. One of the things I did when I came here, I used to like to come down here and just, well, watch these boats come in, and I'm not sure what they're transporting, but they're transporting some type of cargo. And it's just, I don't know, something peaceful about watching the boats come down the river, and you got the skyline in the back. It's really kind of interesting, and like I said, it just relaxes me watching the slow boats cruise by. One of the really cool things about coming out here to the Bund is tuning in and listen to all the different languages and dialects that China has to offer. Not only are you going to hear Putonghua, you're going to hear Guangdonghua, which is Cantonese, you're going to hear Shanghai Hua, you're going to hear Sichuan Hua, you're going to hear all the languages spoken in China right here at the Bund, because everybody here is from around China, and it's just an exciting place to tune in and listen to all the different languages. Gold building! Gold building! Alright, so just west of the Bund, we're going to go to a place called YuYuan Gardens. But it's not a long walk, it's about a 25-minute walk. But instead, we're going to take this very convenient moto bike. So to get the Mo bike, you have to use the app. And you basically come up here, you hit the little QR code. Then you come over here and you flip this thing, and well, you're ready to go. So we're going to ride our bikes. One thing I will tell you about China and riding a bicycle, especially a city like Shanghai, where there's 25 million people, be very careful. It's dangerous out there. So make sure that you look in, your head's on a swivel, you're paying attention. Let's go get the YuYuan Gardens. At the entrance to YuYuan Gardens. This place is awesome if you enjoy shopping and eating, and if you like old traditional Shanghai architect. These buildings are still in their original form, but there are a couple of things to be careful of. Make sure you got all your things in your pocket and you're aware of your surroundings, because it's going to get really busy and people like to snatch and grab. Another thing is, be careful of the scammers when you're here. People will come up to you and say, oh, how about you come out and have a cup of beer, or you have some tea, and what they'll do is they'll rake you for about $4,000 more. So be very careful when you're in places like this all over China, but especially here in YuYuan Gardens. It's very famous. Other than that, this place is awesome. Let's go check it out. Pizza Hut. You bet your ass they do. China's got Starbucks. Xinbake? Oh yeah, they do. McDonald's, baby. Maidanlo. One of the really cool things here at YuYuan Garden is the architecture. And if you look behind me, you're going to see the contrast between the old and the new. see the new building. That's the Shanghai Tower. And then in the foreground is this old, ancient, I think it's probably a restaurant, but it's the exquisite style here on YuYuan Garden. I'm not an architect, but if you are, go ahead, leave me a comment, let me know more about this architecture. I'd love to tell people more about it. But as you can see, all the way down the road here, it's the same style. This old, ancient, traditional Chinese here in Shanghai. And the traditional style differs from the north, middle, and south. Really cool. Let's go explore some more. 放了没有？
结果天天吃了个。
Let's go see this over here. Alright, so Shanghai is famous for its hairy crab. It's a type of river crab, and we've stumbled onto some kind of fried hairy crab. Let's take a look at this. Wow, that looks good. 好吃吗？
好吃，
很辣，好吃，
不得了。
多少钱
25块。
25块. Okay, so for one hairy kwai, it's okay, so for one hairy crab, it's 25 kwai, which is about $4. I've never had this one. We're definitely gonna try it. Okay, 还有一个。
还有一个，哎，老板看看。
一点点辣。
一点。
All right. This is 100. If you've never seen Chinese money before, Chairman Mao, this is Ibai.
Bye.
Okay.
Hello.
Thank you. Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not sure what this is going to taste like, but yeah, thank you. All right. Oh yeah, thank you. All right, so one of the cool things that they're going to give you, anytime you eat a sandwich, anytime you eat something like this, anytime you eat with your hands, they give you a plastic bag in China. So I'm going to go ahead and put my plastic bag on my hand, and let's get into the crab. All right. It might be a little small for my hand. We got to keep going. All right. No, 可以啊，还可以啊。All right. No. I'm not even sure how to eat this. Smells really good. It's got some like lard on it, some hot, some pepper. I smell some cumin in there. Let's get into it.
How is it?
Not bad. How's that? As you can see, I've collected quite a crowd. It's good. It's got a light fishy taste. Crunchy from the shell. The inside, it's got a nice spice to it. Look at the flakes on that baby.
好吃吗？
非常好吃. Yeah.
多吃一点。非常好吃。
You gotta kind of bite it and kind of suck it out.
是情侣过来拍的吗？
什么？
情侣过来拍的吗？
对，对，对。
也可以去我们那边拍鱼啊。
对，我说也有。
要不要去我们这拍鱼？
对。
要不要去我们这拍？
排骨？哦，不是。
不是哦。帮你接个。
哦，好，谢谢。 going back to the middle. Nice. Haagen-Dazs. That's it. As you can see, it gets really tight and narrow in here. But once you're inside the structure, you feel like you're in old, ancient China. It's really cool. This is quite the tourist area, so you will see, tens of thousands of people in here. A lot of things are being sold, but it's just cool to come in here, walk around, take it all in, and enjoy Shanghai. Just gets more and more narrow, exploring, looking around, having an adventure. Reminds me of walking around Vegas in the casinos. You can how to take baby steps. Oh man, you can't smell it, but I sure can. I can smell, well, to be quite honest with you, it smells like a stinky fart. And it's in the air, but it's the aroma of stinky tofu. So somewhere up there, I bet you we're going to run into a stinky tofu booth. All right. Well, yep, there he is. Kentucky Fried Chicken. You know, China has more KFCs than the rest of the world. And you know the Colonel, but the Colonel has some competition. And in China, he's got Uncle Fried Fish. I'm not sure what it is, but here's the UFF. And it's their version of the fried chicken and fish style fast food. Let's go. 你好，这是什么？肯德基。这是什么？狼鸟酒，好吃吗？好吃。好嘞。狼脚酒我不看一下，谢谢。OK，Thank you，Thank you。好。
这么说，我这也是跟着来一百大的，啥知道？